Rana Kapoor from Yes Bank. I'm very pleased to be with you at the beginning and inception of Yes Bank's first international foray, which we are very fortunate that Sheikh Nahyan has inaugurated just a few minutes ago. We believe that anchoring our operations in UAE, wide an operation in Abu Dhabi, followed steadily by other parts of UAE, and then gradually in GCC, will help us to build the sort of high density strategies that we have endeavored to build in India. But GCC, despite the fact, has a lot of Indian banks and many other UAE banks which compete for normal banking, still has a lot of headroom capacity for growing business, particularly in new sunrise sectors. If you see sunrise sectors like agribusiness, you see sectors like healthcare, even education, hospitality as in hotels and tourism. I would like to believe select parts of renewable energy, media entertainment. For the spirit of the entrepreneurs, the Indian entrepreneurs here, plus retailing, how fantastic supermarket successes they made here. So I think some of the models from this part of the Indian successes, if they also migrate to India, build those bridges, can to a bank like ours, which is more into entrepreneurship, more into value addition to clients, can be additional incremental factor in relationship management. So to me, it's not the competition, it's about the future and the incrementality in the model. And number two, the fact of the matter is that these are very well governed countries, excellent leadership, and they have a lot of confidence in the Indian community. If we can convert some of the investment capacity of these countries in India's infrastructure, in India's corporate finance requirements, as in like real estate, in urban ventures, in educational ventures, in social infrastructure, a bank like ours can be a good knowledge partner to the local investors here. Not just the sovereigns, but so many family offices here which have the ability to invest in India. And I think that is a grossly under-tapped, but it's a very well-defined opportunity. And the third thing is, the NRIs also want to deal with a young, vibrant new bank in India, which creates more positive energy, which is giving today the best savings rates in the country, which is giving you quality assurance and turnaround time, which is amongst the best in the country. And branches which provide by far the best experience, digital banking amongst the best experience. So I have reason to believe there is a very compelling business and financial case for a bank like ours to be able to create incremental services for NRIs, local businesses and local industry and leaders in UAE and steadily in the GCC.
You also plan to increase your customer portfolio here from the existing who have accounts in India, right? So will you be looking to the industrial sector as well, or it's just those in the private banking?
See, once we mobilize enough funding, naturally we need to get more deposits, raise more bonds, more liabilities. Then we do want to help Indian businesses to also be able to augment their operations in markets like GCC and naturally in UAE. And for us, it's a new market, it's a new geography which has a lot of synergy with some of our densities in India. So for us, it's a very critical platform to develop. It's not like we can change the game here in 12-18 months, but we can contribute to becoming game changers in Port City.
And the representative office, will it be serving only the UAE market, or you are expanding into your services to GCC?
No. This is our first international representative office for a bank, which is only approximately 11 years old, and we are very happy that we got the license And the Reserve Bank of India has naturally also supported us to set up this Abu Dhabi office. Abu Dhabi to us is a mission critical location in growing our plans in UAE. And from here, with this beachhead, we will parachute into other markets as well. But here itself, there is outstanding potential. We want to grow that, and we want to penetrate that, and we want to really build a lot of exchange platforms between UAE and India.
You mentioned of probably opening a branch at the DIFC in Dubai.
Yeah.
Do you plan to do it within a year or so?
We have been invited by DIFC, by the CEO there a couple of times. We are awaiting the Reserve Bank of India license, which I do expect in the next 6 to 9 months to crystallize. And that itself is an incremental opportunity.
And you mentioned having 630 branches all throughout India.
Which is what we have at present, 630 branches as we ended the fiscal year March 2015, about approximately 1200 ATMs and 10,800 executives in our bank. We endeavor to have about 2,500 branches in the next 5 years. Give or take, we should be able to build at least 4,000 to 5,000 ATMs, and we should be at least 25,000 executives in Yes Bank, substantially in India, but some also in GCC.
And a final question, how do you observe the general outlook of the UAE economy?
I think the
Being a
UAE
banker.
economy has become a substantially, apart from an energy driven economy, it's become a fantastic services economy. It's amazing how the services sector has grown here, how tourism and hospitality has grown here, and how the very resilience in its economy has come through international participation in the economy. And it's a role model. It's a role model which is very difficult to replicate, but it's a very sustainable economy in my judgment, because it's giving new employment, new perspectives, and a rising income stream, rising up the income pyramid, and services here should do exceptionally well.
Is there anything else you want to wrap up with?
Well, I have a view that UAE and GCC, while we have very good, trade and investment momentum of $60 billion just between UAE and India, and if you add the oil trade, it's amazingly high, right? But the fact is that the deep pockets, the ingenuity of the people in UAE and GCC dovetail with the landscape in India today, and especially with the government, which is far more progressive in India now, that how do we bring in strategic financial investments in India? In India's infrastructure, in India's renewable energy sector, in roads and transportation, in logistics. I drove from Dubai to Abu Dhabi this morning to attend this function. It's like amazing what a brilliant highway you have, right? And then so many fantastic structures on the way, right? Including this building, right? The fact of the matter is that there is a lot of proof of concept here in UAE, which can really help to invest in India, including the non-residents in this part of the country, of the world rather, who can help to build new investment platforms in India. And I think that's a very important, let's say, delivery, for even Yes Bank to create that multifold investment opportunities.
And lastly, how much investment are you putting into UAE?
Well, give or take, it's not very large. $20-25 million for a bank like ours is the sort of commitment we'll be making as we build more branches in course of time. But it can even go up to $100 million over the next 4 or 5 years as we get more branches in different parts of GCC. Because GCC is got fantastic, as I mentioned to you, geographic proximity apart, but flows and trade opportunities.